Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. And today we have a trifecta, a very interesting trifecta, as it turns out. All of it's 20th century, all of it's contemporary, well, reasonably contemporary. It's 20th century anyway. But oh, what a wide variety of things. Wait till you see this. First, we start out with Quincy Porter. Now, Quincy Porter lived from, 1897 to 1966. He was an American neoclassicist, a somewhat dry neoclassicist. I mean, neoclassicism is sort of dry by definition, isn't it? That's why it makes it, classicist, and the neo part is the extra dryness, I guess. Anyway, he wrote a couple of symphonies, and here they are, very well played by the Sinfonia of Varsovia under Ian Hobson on the Albany label. You also get the Poem and Dance of 1932. These works are, like I said, they're a little austere. They're not the most tuneful. They're invigorating in spots. They kind of grow on you. They're full of craftsmanship. I'm not sure that the craftsmanship ever gets to the level of inspiration, But it's nice to have as part of the heritage of, American neoclassical music in the first half of the 20th century. There was so much of it, and so much of it was really good, and we ignore a lot of it. But he did write 9 very fine string quartets. It's often true that neoclassicists of the drier type do best in chamber music. And, these quartets, well, there's 9 of them on 2 discs, which tells you they're brief. They're mostly in 3 movements. I think they're all in 3. Well, one of them, the last 2 are in 1 movement. So they're like 13, 14, 12 minutes each, rigorously contrapuntal and enjoyable. They're bracing. They're tangy. In a way that, symphonies, they're bigger orchestras. They need to have, I think, a little bit more vision and scale than Porter had. But for string quartets, I think he had a vision of them. He had a view, and he worked on them. And it's a bit like, the English composer Elizabeth McConchie. She's a little similar too, because she wrote like a bunch of string quartets that are very well argued, tightly argued, brief, effective works. A little bit acerbic but approachable. Well, that's what you get here. And they're very well played by the Potomac String Quartet of Washington, D.C., on these 2 Albany CDs. These are worth having if you're interested in 20th century chamber works. No one's ever going to perform them live, probably not frequently, but they do deserve an outing. They really do. They're worth hearing. So that was fun. But after Quincy Porter, we have Cole Porter. Yes, anything goes. Oh, this is a great musical. We did it when I was in high school. It was so much fun. What a wonderful, wacky, nutty, screwball comedy kind of musical it is. It's enormously enjoyable. And this was part of that excellent series of original orchestrations, back to original sources, the happier end of the historically informed movement, really, to go back and get all these original Broadway sources and whatnot. And John McGlynn was doing it in those days. He was a nice guy. We used to hang out together all the time, and he would tell me how he wanted to conduct The Dream of Gerontius, and I would say to him, "Why? Just 2 more musicals, please." This was very heavily promoted. This and Showboat were, I think, the two biggest productions that he did. This is with the London Symphony, and Kim Criswell and Chris Grunendahl and Frederica von Stade and Jack Gilford. Jack Gilford, oh boy, as Moonface Martin. God, he was still alive back then. When was this recorded? 1989, is that it? No, that's the copyright. What was this? Yeah, I think so. No, 1989. There it is. Boy, it seems like it was just yesterday. It really does. It's a fun disc and a wonderful musical, a great show that you should definitely get to know. And then finally, 20th century is really the best time for music. I don't care what anyone says. It's fantastic. Basil Poledouris. Wow, yeah, film scores. We've got, oh yeah, two of them. We've got The Hunt for Red October, well, three of these. The Hunt for Red October, which was lots of fun, of course. It's got a submarine running around, and then Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer. Oh yeah, the Conan. Oh, this was so much fun. These are terrific film scores. They really are. They really made the movies, or helped make them. I mean, not Schwarzenegger with his pecs sticking out, whatever. That made the movie too. But yeah, what fun. So these are on Varese Sarabande. And the album was produced by Basil Poledouris. Good for him. A wonderful composer. Did all kinds of stuff. I should have more of his stuff. I really should. But, you only have time for so much in your life. And these are the ones I got, and I enjoy them immensely. I know a lot of you probably have other film scores of his and will recommend them to the other fans of the composer and film music more generally. So, this is a fairly nifty, small group, but quite a range, isn't it? For 20th century music, I love it. I just love it. Keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.